Come thou almighty King, help us thy name to sing, help us to praise, Father all glorious, o'er all victorious, come and reign over us, Ancient of Days.
Hello everybody and God bless. So I had this dream, I think it was yesterday, and what happened was I was walking from an old school of mine, and I was right at my old school there's another school right next to it. So I was walking towards that other school, and I had a knowing that there was a guy there who I had a crush on. And for some reason at this time, it was like I was in my body, but it wasn't me. And I had a knowing that I normally walk to this other school so I can go see that guy I have a crush on. But at this moment, I was like, I don't care about him, because I saw him and I was like, I don't care about him. I don't care about none of this. I don't care about anybody over here. I need to get home. And as I'm walking, I started walking towards the house that I live at now, and I knew where it was, but my surroundings were 100% different. But I was like, I don't care. I need to get home. I need to just walk in this direction because I know this is normally where home is at. And as I'm walking, all of a sudden, the farther I get from these buildings, the schools, I look back and the schools, they look completely different. And the only reason why I looked back was because the wind started blowing so hard towards me. It was extremely hard for me to walk. And so it pushed me towards the school more, and I had ended up looking towards it. But I was like, no, I need to keep on walking. I need to keep on going. And so as I'm walking, I was like, something stopping me, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna just start quoting scripture. And I started quoting Psalm 23. And I quoted the entire scripture, but I got stuck on, he leadeth me beside the still waters. And I got really stuck right there. And so in real life, like a lot of times I get stuck right there. I know the whole entire scripture except for that one line that's right underneath it. And then I know everything else. So as I'm quoting Psalm 23, all of a sudden, so I'm quoting it and I was getting stuck, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna just keep on going. So I skipped past that little part, and then I was like, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So I kept on going past that. But I just kept on repeating all that I could remember because I couldn't fully remember what the scripture said. And as I'm walking, the wind is letting up just a little bit, but it's still pushing really hard. Like I felt like a sumo wrestler was pushing up against me. It was really hard. And so I look around as I'm walking, and I'm walking on like a field type road thing, and like there's grass, and then there's like a rocky road in the middle, and that's what I'm walking on. And I'm looking around, and around me there's like these buildings, and what it looks like houses stacked on top of houses, and it was tons of them. And the more I focused, the more I could look farther behind, and that's when it came more in view that there were tons of them. Like I eventually felt like I was surrounded, and the further out, the higher they were. And I'm still walking, and so I'm still just quoting this scripture. And then all of a sudden, because I was like, I don't care about anything that's surrounding me, I don't want to get distracted by these houses, even though that's like fascinating. Like there's houses stacked on top of houses, and it was cool, but I was just like, I don't care. Like I need to get out of here now. And so I'm quoting the scripture, and then all of a sudden the wind starts pushing me towards where I want to go, because it was pushing me away, and it was really hard, but it started pushing me towards where I want to go. And then all of a sudden it pushed me so hard, it started pushing me up. And as it's pushing me up, I was like swirling in circles, and as I'm swirling, I started facing back towards where I was coming from. And that's when I started smiling, because I was like, I'm going home, like, not because I thought I was going like home to like where I live, but I was like, no, I'm going home, like heaven, home. And then as it swirls me back towards where it's pushed me towards up, and that's when I saw the sun. And I was thinking to myself, I said, I made it. I really made it. Like I'm on my way to heaven. I've done made it. And then as I'm going towards the sun, I started waking up. Now, I did forget to mention that when I was walking away from the schools, I had a knowing, an instant knowing that I was in a dream. I said that to myself. I said, this is a dream, but this is a different kind of dream. Like I feel like I'm actually here. Like my whole body is actually here. And I've had realistic dreams ever since I was a kid, but this one, I was like, I'm literally here. So it was really awesome. And that was the end of the dream. I feel like it was pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, everything was calm. There was a calmness, but I had a knowing it was evil. Like I sensed like devil dogs were surrounded by me, because as I was walking from the schools, there was cars all over there. That's another part I forgot to mention. There were cars, there were people, but I had a knowing. I said, I cannot trust them. I do not want to ask them to take me home. And then around them, I could feel and sense that there were like devil dogs around them. And I forgot to mention too, one of my old bosses, from when I used to live in Texas, he was there, and I saw him, and I had a knowing. I was like, there's nothing wrong with him, but at the same time, I don't trust him. And that was that too. Yeah, there was other people there that I knew, but he's the one that I really like stood out to me. And I was like, I don't trust him. I don't even want him to know that I'm trying to walk off. Like, I don't trust anybody. And I left. So I think that's all. Yeah. All right. God bless you. Have a nice one.
Of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit.